think that was a gutsy win by our team. Over the last week, we've had a number of guys get injured, and some even as late as yesterday. So we had to make a lot of adjustments to the lineup. Even today, we weren't quite sure until noon who was actually going to be able to play and who wasn't going to be able to play. And what I told the team after the game is one of the things we've stressed since the beginning of the year is that we can control being the best team in the conference. We might not have the most skill, we might not have the personnel of some other teams, but we can control our commitment level. We can control how we play for each other. We can control our discipline and our execution. And that's within our control, and we can be the best team because of that. And I thought tonight was probably the best team win that we've had all year because we had a number of guys that had to really step up. That some guys haven't played in a while that really stepped up, and some guys had to play in some different roles than they're used to playing. And you're playing against a team that's red hot. You're playing against a team that was 2 points ahead of us in the standings. So to be able to have that sort of an effort was really encouraging for me, and I'm really proud of the guys for that.
A bit of a slow start tonight in the first period again, but you guys obviously responded big time in the second period, and then defensively in the third period, it seemed like you guys really buckled down. Can you just talk about the progression of the game?
I think the first period, I mean, RIT is a really good hockey team, and they play very aggressive. And when we're used to playing teams that in the last few weeks that are a little more passive, and they send two guys and they crash their D, and it brings up the pace of the game. And I think in the first period we had to get used to the pace of it, and our wings had to get used to having a defenseman pinching down on them every time the puck came. And as the period went on, I thought we started to loosen them up a little bit and get pucks behind them. But we turned a lot of pucks over in the first, and we talked about that in between periods. But we came out in the second and started to play really well. And traditionally, our second period has been our best period of the year. And tonight was no different, and we really got our legs under us, and we started getting pucks in deep. We started forechecking them and turning pucks over, and we created offensive opportunities, and we cashed in. And the third period was, we talk about finishing and finding a way, and everything matters, and no matter what it is, if it's blocking a shot or if it's picking up a guy in front or driving the net, we have to do all little things, and we did it. And like I said, it was a really good team win, and proud of the guys for that.
Psychologically is this? You're now tied with RIT for the fifth spot, and it's pretty important to get that first round bye, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, especially with some of the injuries we have. The extra time will be helpful to get those guys back, but that's a long ways away. We got 4 games left in the regular season, and we've pretty much held to playing one game at a time. But it is important to be tied with them in the standings. Tomorrow night is an opportunity to jump over them. Winning tonight allowed us to win the season series. So if we end up in a tie with them at the end of the regular season, we'll win the season series. We'll get the higher seed. So that was really important. But tomorrow night's a huge night for us to do it again. And we've come close, but no cigar a number of times in the second half. We haven't gotten over the hump. Tonight we got over the hump, and I think that's going to give us a lot of confidence going into tomorrow night.
Danny, 3 games ago you were a scratch, and then 2 games ago you were on the 4th line. Tonight you played on the 1st line and did very well. Where's your confidence at right now?
We talk about it a lot. It's next man up with our team, and we have a lot of injuries, and not just me, but other people like Timmy Driscoll, Nick Finn. I mean, we've been scratched for the good middle portion of the season, and I mean, everyone has that mentality of next man up, so no one's even thinking about coming to the game with a lack of confidence. I mean, we really work on that in practice and day-to-day things.
You and Pooley seem to be working well there, it seemed. In the second period, you two guys, I mean, he scores, then you score. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, I mean, we work on those goals in practice every week, multiple times, so that was, I mean, it was with Pooley tonight, but it could have been anyone. We do that. We execute that every practice.
Mm-hmm. Matt, you've had a couple games back now. How are you feeling that you're kind of back in the group?
I felt a lot better tonight. I thought last weekend I was a little rusty and fighting it a bit, and tonight I think everyone played better. Everyone kind of stepped up their game, and guys were blocking shots, clearing the net. So I was able to see a lot more pucks, and I felt good out there today.
a lot of one-goal losses tonight. You don't have to go through that.
Yeah.
It must feel good to score 3 in the second period, because I think at one stretch you had lost 6 in a row by 1 score.
Yeah.
So it must feel good to get a win here.
Yeah.
And fairly comfortable.
Yeah, no, it was good, and there's no such thing as a bad win. There are only good wins, and certainly my sleep will be a little bit easier tonight. But you know, I to go back on the previous statements by Danny and Maddie. Like I'm really proud of these two guys. You know, Maddie, you know, he was out for close to 5 weeks with an injury, and in the middle of his senior year, and he's having his best year of his career, and to be able to come back and play like he did only 3 games in is remarkable, and he's a true leader for our hockey team. And you know, speaking of Danny, I mean, he's been someone that no matter what we've asked him to do, he's risen to the occasion. And you know, there was a group of games there where he wasn't playing, but he's always someone that I know if we call his number that he's going to give us everything we have. And he's got tremendous poise and tremendous skill. And he showed it off tonight with the goal and the assist. And he works really hard at his game, and that's the way we want our players to be. You know, give it everything they have, and then when they get tapped on the shoulder to go play, they're ready to go. And Danny's embodies that whole philosophy. So I'm really proud of these two guys and proud of our team for everything they go through.
All right.
Great, thank you.
Thanks.
Congrats, guys.